Hello friends, as part of the current affairs crash course for the prelims 2020, we have been discussing the current events and the potential questions that may be asked in the current events. Now, as part of that, we shall discuss about the other issues, and the first issue today what I want to bring to your attention is the musical instruments used by the wandering minstrels. See, this news is, I have nothing else to specially tell you as far as this is concerned. See, you know the minstrels who are, you know who minstrels are. Those people who were the saint kind of people who were wandering throughout the territory of India, and they were singing on the gods of their favor, and there have been several. See, there have been several musical instruments like Talavadya, Sushiravadya. Then you will find all these things in the history, right? And focus on these aspects because the India Post has come out with a commemorative stamp on this wandering minstrels. Who are all the important wandering minstrels of India? The Sufi saints, different, especially focus on the Bhakti movement. In the history, you will be studying the Bhakti movement of 10th century. Right, the 10th century AD Bhakti movement, focus on that Bhakti movement, the Sufi saints and the Hindu saints and whoever have been wandering around the territory and enlightening people, focus on them and the instruments that they had used. Particularly, they have certain instruments were invented by them. Go to the history book, focus on them. This is in current affairs. I don't want to get into the details of it because it will become a history class, but please do focus on these aspects and Bhakti movement. Again, when it comes to Bhakti movement, focus on two aspects. One is the personality, the second is his teaching. What was his focal area? Who is the personality, the wandering minstrel, who was he and what he was teaching about? And then, if at all there was any music instrument used, what is the music instrument he used and what was the type of music that he was specialized in? Focus on that. That is very important. Bhakti movement is one of the most important area of question for the prelims. So, be focused on that. Let us go to the next issue. The next issue is the Skill India mission. The Skill India mission was launched on 15th July 2015 and it is celebrating its 5th anniversary. And has been subjected to review by the Prime Minister himself, and therefore it assumes utmost importance in the current affairs issues. The objective of this Skill India mission was to train over 40 crore, right? Train over 40 crore people in India in different skills by the year 2022. So that was its first and foremost objective, and the mission aims at vocational training and certification of Indian youth for better livelihood. Remember this. The livelihood for living with life with human dignity. So, this is one of the most important aspect of any economic activity relating to livelihood. So, the Constitution of India by Article 21 guarantees the right to life, which means right to live with human dignity, and for the right to live with human dignity, the fundamental essential is livelihood. So, the livelihood options are to be guaranteed. For that, the Skill India mission aims at training, right, providing vocational training and certification for the Indian youth, and this will be done with the assistance of the National Skill Development Corporation, right? National Skill Development Corporation, and there are 5 main schemes for skill development in India, of which the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana is a flagship scheme, right? PM KVY, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Right? This is a flagship skill development scheme for the Skill India mission. Now, focus on the objective of the Skill India mission, then focus on the composition of National Skill Development Council, their objectives, the objectives of the National Skill Development Council, the functions what the National Skill Development Council is called to perform, then major schemes for skill development implemented by National Skill Development Council, then the flagship scheme of Skill India mission, the Prime Minister's Kaushal Vikas Yojana, the main features of this scheme. Right, the main features of this scheme. The main components of Prime Minister's Kaushal Vikas Yojana are short-term training. That is, under this module of short-term training, training will be provided to college and school dropouts and the unemployed. So, the focus is for school dropouts and college dropouts and the unemployed. People will be empowered as per the National Skills Qualification Framework in the field of soft skills, digital literacy and entrepreneurship. Second component is the Kaushal and Rozgar Mela. This module encourages to active participation from community for transparency and accountability. That is, to conduct employment workshops, right, employment workshops, then employment recruitment melas. So, that will help the transparent method of recruitment, right. People will be called for those people who are trained. It is like a meeting point for the employers and the employees. Then the recognition of the prior learning. The individual will be having prior experience, and that prior experience will be certified. Right, after proper testing, it will be certified, and he will receive the bridge courses to gap the knowledge, to gap in the knowledge gaps. Right, the gap to bridge in the, to bridge the knowledge gaps. Some of the people may be already into the vocational training and they would have dropped down. For instance, a person could have been enrolled in an ITA for say plumbing, but after 1 year or after 7 months he would have dropped out, and as a result of which he may know certain things but not completely. So, there will be bridge courses to fill the knowledge gap, and his previous training on the knowledge will be recognized and certified, so that he will become employable. Then special projects. These are training programs that deviate from the standard framework according to the requirement of the market. And then the monitoring guidelines to ensure that the quality is maintained at designated training centers. The scheme will have a monitoring mechanism for monitoring those training centers that are involved in the training of the employees, the prospective employees, and then the placement guidelines. So, these are the major components of the Prime Minister's Kaushal Vikas Yojana and other aspects. So, focus on the main features of this program, NSDC, its objectives and the major schemes it implements, and then Skill India mission, because it is its 5th anniversary. Right? Fine. Let us go to the next issue. In India, the under 5 girls are facing high mortality or high mortality rate of under 5 girl children. If you remember, those who have written examination last year or in the previous 2 attempts would be knowing that there was a question relating to stunted growth. Similarly, this is becoming an important aspect. See, India is among the very few countries in the world where the mortality rate of girl children under the age of 5 is greater than that of the mortality rate of boys under 5. So, this is a very alarming situation, because it is going to affect the sex ratio of the future. Right? The sex ratio of the future is number of women So, the number of women for per 1000 men, right, per 1000 men. How many women are there for per 1000 men is the sex ratio. This is going to happen, this is going to hamper the sex ratio. Already we have a very poor sex ratio. Now, the child sex ratio is also dropping because of the infant mortality rate, and also now this is a new problem that is cropping up with the high mortality rate of girl children under the age of 5. And there are certain states which are having which are really having higher problems like Jharkhand, Assam, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar are remarkably they are having high rates of under 5 girl children mortality. Focus on that as well. Then focus on what is child mortality, the concept of child mortality, what is concept of child mortality and what is neonatal mortality, what is infant mortality rate, right. All these concepts you must understand, and these are all the areas where the questions may be asked. With respect to mains, right, with respect to mains, this can be a question related to social sector issues. There can be a question relating to what are the reasons and causes for this, and you may be wanting, they may want you to analyze those aspects. So, focus on what is mortality and the performance of various states relating to that. That should be enough for this aspect as of now. The next issue, the Prime Minister's Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi, PM Swanidhi. See, this is a new scheme that has been launched during the COVID pandemic. This is a special microcredit facility for the street vendors and a central sector scheme. See, all these things are important. It is a central sector scheme. It is meant for the microcredit facility for especially the street vendors, particularly the street vendors, because the street vendors due to the COVID pandemic have their livelihood has been affected adversely, and to revitalize their business they will be requiring capital, and to provide that capital, pump in the capital, this scheme is launched to help them to easing out after the lockdown period, when the unlocking of the nation from COVID-19 situation is happening. They have to be revitalizing their business. For that they require incentives. For that only the PM Swanidhi has been formulated and being implemented. Under the scheme, every street worker or street vendor will be given an initial working capital of rupees 10,000 at the subsidized rate of interest, right. And to this will also have a subsidy on timely or early repayment at the 7%. There will be an incentivization for proper repaying, and also they will the digital transactions. If the street vendors are opting for digital mode of payment and digital mode of transactions, then for that also they will get incentivized. So, it is a all in one kind of policy. Remember, for the mains, particularly public administration students, make note of this scheme. This is one way of multi-dimensional, utilizing one scheme to implement several other schemes. Fine. Coming to the prelims part of it, you have to understand the scheme and its objectivity, right, and more importantly focus on the concept of street vendors and what were the other reform measures that were brought in for the street vendors also. If you go through the economy notes, you must have studied as part of economy. Go to the economy, revise economy, especially with respect to the informal sector. Under the informal sector comes the street vendors, and what are the reforms or the economic supporting system that were brought in for the street vendors. That is also a potential area of the question, and there have been several pension schemes for there has been a pension scheme for street vendors, and there have been a commission, right. There has been a commission for the non-formal sector, informal sectors. Focus on that as well. I hope it's helpful to you. Please continue to watch the video. We shall travel together, and subscribe to the channel for getting more videos, and wish you all the best, and thank you very much for watching.